My most recent shoulder injury, shoulder impingement, left me with numbness in my fingers, completely immobilized my shoulders, and put me down. And here's what I did to eliminate the numbness and improve the stability of my entire shoulder system, helping it move better, feel better, and performing better. My name is David Saldivar. I'm a corrective exercise specialist, and today I'm going to share with you guys the skill sets that I used and I've learned over the last 20 years to fix myself. A disclaimer, I am not a doctor, I'm not a physical therapist. I'm simply everything in between. So if you do have sketchy pain, first go seek some professional or medical advice. Once released, feel free to give this a shot. If you feel this is what you're looking for, you found value in this lesson, and then make sure you guys click those bells and subscribe so you get quick notifications on all of my weekly uploaded videos regarding shoulder health, joint health, corrective exercise strategies that are designed to help our bodies move better, feel better, perform better. Here we go. There's 4 steps to this course, this training lesson, and the first is to test your shoulder archetypes and determine which of them you might be struggling with achieving full range of motion. The first one is the arms overhead position. Bring the arms up overhead, making sure you can bring the arms to align with the ears without any hyper extension or arching of the lower back. Excuse my shirt. So from the side, if you are limited and you cannot bring your hands past this point here without arching your back, you might have excessive shortening of the lats and other muscles around that area that we need to work on to reduce and lengthen to improve that range. The next one is the front rack or front hold position. We want to bring the elbows to 90 degrees, bring the fingertips to the shoulders without overarching the back. If we find that we cannot bring those elbows to 90 degrees without overarching, then we'll need to focus on the rotator cuff muscles and reducing that tension or that overactivity to allow a better range of that archetype. The third is the press position. Now this one you can do on a wall or on the floor. So you lie down for this one. Bring your hands quickly to your side, head down, closing your fist. You're gonna bring the fist up off the ground. For 2 to 3 breaths. And that concludes the shoulder archetype overview assessment. Stay tuned for the next phase. The next step is to release any overactivity. Any shortening of the pecs or the lats or the rotator cuff muscles will cause limited range of motion, overactivity, impingement, joint dyskinesis, causing sometimes nerve entrapment. And so once we discover which of those 3 you are most limited, we can then target the specific areas that might be shortened and overactive, mobilize those as a priority, work in the other areas as well. But we want to focus on those that are most restricted. So here we go. So step 2, release overactivity and shortening of muscles. For this one, you will need a foam roller or a tennis ball or a soft, squishy ball of some sort that will allow some tacking of the muscles we're going to focus on today. For the first one, I'm going to focus on the lats, this section right here. All we're going to do is find a comfortable position, bring the hands into a comfortable position, rolling up to the base of that shoulder, along the side or the lateral part of the body, which is the lat. And we're going to just scrub, as you see that I'm doing here, sifting side to side, up and down. And we'll do this for 2 to 3 minutes. I won't do the whole 2 or 3 minutes, but you can set the clock and perform this. It's very important that when you find a spot that's tender, calls your attention, we spend some time there breathing into it, slowly exhaling, rolling over that tension or that overactive area. Anytime within that 2 or 3 minutes, you can bring the arm up overhead to get a deeper stretch. 4 to 6 of those movements is ideal. And repeat that on both sides. The next is the rotator cuff muscles. Here, the muscles tie into the back of the arm. This one, we'll want to find a comfortable position. Just kind of work the back of that shoulder, just behind the delt. If you find any numbness or tingling, then just stop. But we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to roll up and down, side to side, and then creating movement, external, internal rotations will help to reduce the tension. But creating this external, internal rotation on this whole area, when you find a spot that calls your attention, you can just hold that position. Breathe into it for 30 seconds to 60 seconds. Continue for a duration of 2 to 3 minutes. We do not rush this process. Okay? Of course, you'll perform that on both sides. Or if you just want to get in a quick session, do it on the side that causes the most discomfort. The next is the pectoralis. This muscle right here, you can do this on a wall or you can do it on the floor. If you take a ball, a basketball, and place it on the wall, that's an ideal situation. But if you don't have a basketball, then you can use a foam roller or vice versa. I'm going to show you on the floor, but then you can also perform this standing on a wall. Now this one, I'm going to place my pec, this chest muscle here, on the foam roller. And bring my arm back about 45 degrees. Just going to roll side to side slowly. We're not rushing this process either. We never rush our strength. We never rush mobility. And then I'm just going to move side to side, sift up and down. I can take this arm and just create some movement, slow movements, pulling the arm back alongside of that foam roller, and up and down, pulling that arm back. You'll feel if it's tender, Some nice release. Again, don't rush the process. If you find a spot that calls your attention, hold that position for 30 seconds. Just rest into it. If you find numbness, tingling, or burning, then stop, relocate, continue. Maybe go back and see if there's, if you're able to continue in that area without those contraindications. Okay. So right now I feel a little numbness in my fingertips. I'm going to bring my hand back up. I'm just going to roll side to side. I'm going to sit right here. I'm going to breathe into it. Place my hand on my head, or my head on my hand. A few breaths. Okay. I'll repeat that on both sides. Okay. So that completes the release of the overactivation and shortened muscles. The next part we're going to go into is a lengthening or distraction phase, which is designed to create joint distraction and lengthening of the muscles that are attaching those joints to provide some space for the nervous system, tendons, and ligaments to move freely. So the next phase is the lengthening and distraction phase. Now this one is designed to distract the joint, the capsule, and the humerus to allow some freedom and allowing the nervous system and the tendons and ligaments to move freely, muscles to have some nice lengthening and distraction again of the joints to hopefully reduce some of that impingement or joint dyskinesis, where the joints are, off-centered and maybe causing impact or dis-ease and pain. So let's begin with the lengthening of the Latissimus dorsi, or the lats. So this one, you'll need the band. Place my hand inside the band, grabbing, just find that thumb position, pointing upwards. You're gonna place your head through your shoulders, lean towards that lat to allow that stretch, or to feel that first initial point of stretch. Allow the band to pull the arms and distract the arms from the shoulders. Breathe into it. So again, don't force it. Big breath in. Slow breath out. You'll hold this for 30 to 60 seconds. At the end, you'll squeeze or contract for 5 to 10 seconds. Squeeze for 5, lean into it, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly release. That concludes the first distraction. Next is the pectoralis. These guys here. I'm going to grip like so. Bring the elbows back, keeping the shoulders depressed. We don't want to raise the shoulders and let the shoulder roll forward. We want to retract the shoulder and depress the shoulders downward. So downward retraction of the shoulders. I'm going to keep the hand, as you see it here, 90 degrees, allowing the band to pull the arm back. Nice neutral torso. I'm going to hold this position. I'm going to breathe into it. Maintaining good posture. 30 to 60 seconds. I won't do the whole 30 to 60 seconds, but so you can see the demonstration. Retracting the shoulders back, the downward depression, allow you to really target that pectoral muscle group. At the end of that, you'll contract for 5 to 10 seconds to go just past that first point of stretch. Release it, repeat it on both sides. The final lengthening and distraction technique is this front hold position. We're going to take the band, put our arms to the bottom, turn away, making sure that our arms is just outside the shoulder line. I'm going to retract my shoulders down and back. Make sure the hand's slightly outside the shoulder line. Step forward until I feel that first point of stretch. You'll feel that in the posterior delt, those rotator cuff muscles. Making sure we don't let the shoulders dump forward. Good posture. Hold that position for 30 seconds. First point of stretch. Do not go beyond that. to 60 seconds of hold. Breathing into it. Allowing the exhale to expand the stretch a little more. At the end, you'll squeeze or contract for 5 to 10 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release. Repeat that on both sides. Finally, a few activation techniques to restore posture in that rhomboids, mid and lower thoracic, which are commonly underactive, and lengthen due to posture imbalances. We want to restore the posture to help you maintain good positioning of the arms to the shoulders and overall the entire thoracic system. For this one, we'll start off with the floor cobras. Hands are down, 45 degrees, retracting the shoulders, and bringing the head up off the ground, squeezing the glutes for a 2-second hold. 1, 2, 4-second negative. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. That 4-second negative is very important. Squeezing the glutes, the butt, and the shoulders. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. You'll repeat that technique to target the mid and lower thoracic for 10 to 15 reps. You can perform that for 1, 2, 3 sets. Take your time, never rush your strength. This next one, you're going to need moderate to heavy resistant bands. If you're brand new, keep it light. As you progress, you can add some strength. This one's good neutral position of the torso, the spine, neutral head position. You're going to retract the shoulders, pull those elbows back, 2-second hold. Big breath. 1, 2, 3, 4-second negative. As always, prevent from the rolling forward of the shoulders, any elevation of the shoulders. We want a retraction and downward depression to target specific muscles we are focused on. Specifically, mid, thoracic, and rhomboids. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1-second concentric pull, 2-second isometric hold, 4-second eccentric contraction. Perform those 10 to 15 reps. Make sure we have good positioning of the shoulders, no forward rolling, no elevation of the shoulders. Make sure we feel the activation. 1 to 3 sets. For this last one, the one-arm press. We need a moderate to heavy resistant band. Placing the hand over the top I'm going to take my outside leg, step forward, retracting my shoulders down and back. I'm going to protract my shoulders for 2 second hold. 1, 2. Slow return. 1, 2, 3, 4. Push. Protraction of the shoulders. 2 second hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very important that we don't let the shoulders roll forward or elevate. You want to feel the serratus anterior and those lats and just that whole shoulder working this movement. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Make sure you breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing is critical. Getting oxygen into the areas that you're focusing on will help to improve circulation, help improve the expansion of that joint that we're focusing on, overall helping in the healing process. You'll perform that for 10 to 15 reps, 1 to 3 sets. Guys, that's it today. For more videos on all of my corrective exercise strategies, check them out, click wherever they pop up, and make sure you guys, if you enjoyed the video, you found value in it, leave feedback. And I'm looking forward to hearing your feedback, your comments, and I'll make sure I respond as quickly as possible. Looking forward to helping you achieve your goals of moving better, feeling better, and performing better. I'll see you guys in the next training video. Wow.